intellectual curiosity. Intellectual curiosity was presented to us by Dr. Sandhya Delaja. What does it stand for? This was the answer to our community request on how to grow on social media big. Are we having problem with the sound? Let me check. Looks, I don't know. So you tell me when you're watching this stream, let me know if the sound is good. There is some kind of noise. I think maybe let's make it smaller. So guys, the intellectual curiosity is a solution to you becoming big on social media. Do you have the audacity to want more? Do you want to take over social media? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to have power to share what do you think, your voice? So for this, you need to be an intellectually curious people. What we have done on the other streams, we were discussing with our guests the different elements. There are 7 elements of intellectual curiosity, and we were discussing different elements. We were discussing with our guests. So now I'm going to invite Robert. Robert, say hello please to people. He's not speaking yet, but nice to see you. We are going to talk with Robert about the fourth I think element of intellectual curiosity today. And what do we do usually? We listen to the message again that was given by Dr. Sandhya Delaja on our Summers Summit, and we then dissect it. So let me go straight away and play. And I want you to write where you are watching from. I want you to subscribe. I want you to be active here, because what we are building a community of YouTube millionaires, which is not in dollars but in amount of eyes that you watching your content. Yeah, we need to have million subscribers on our YouTube channels, because we are on a mission to change things, to improve, to uproot, and to sow something new. That is why. And this month we were talking about the mission, because creators on a mission, they need to have a mission. And this month gets to the end. Next month is going to be about excellence, which is very important for you to succeed anywhere, but particularly in media. So let's go and listen to the recording.
About other people's life. The intellectually curious people, they don't get satisfied with their own comfort zone. They don't just say, well, I have my own life, that's it, or I have my own calling. No. They meet anybody they meet. They want to find out, what are you doing? How can I partner with you? What can I do with you? What can we do?
This particular part of the message is about building the networks. I think I'm just looking for this piece where we need to start with
together. These are qualities of intellectually curious people, and they are that way looking to help everybody.
So let me pause a little bit here. You can know more about these previous streams from the playlist and the podcast that has gathered all of them. Very important for you to go back and listen. I'm sure it will enrich you a lot.
Come to fulfillment and to maximize their potential. Now, the next quality of intellectually curious people is that they are intellectually curious people actively engage and seek to build careers of the people, or calling.
That's the right one. This is the message of today. So intellectually curious people actively seek to build careers of all other people.
Of the people around them. They want to help other people fulfill their destiny. They want to help other people fulfill their destiny. They are not just focused on themselves. That is the point I was making. Okay, the next point of intellectually curious people, number 4.
So Sorry, one. That was related to the point number 3. Number 4 is today's point.
Is that they are risk takers.
The intellectually curious people are risk takers. We're going to talk about risk taking and fear today.
Intellectually curious people take risk, and they are not afraid to burn the bridges.
They are not afraid to burn the bridges. Intellectually curious people do not afraid to burn the bridges.
They promote experimentation.
So if you want to take over the media, you need to promote experimentation. What are your relationship with experimentation? Are you experimenting a lot?
Often testing the boundaries of possibilities.
Are you testing the boundaries of possibilities?
Without fear of failure. So intellectually curious people are not afraid of failure. They are not afraid of failure. They go and try new things.
They don't afraid of failures. They go and try new things.
They go and see if things are going to work out for them or not. So if we want to be intellectually curious people, we should not be afraid of starting new things and of going to territories that have not been explored by other people. Okay, next.
So we should not be afraid of going into new territories and exploring things that people haven't explored before. But actually, are you doing this? Are you doing this, or are you afraid? Because intellectually curious people, or those people who will take over the media, they are not afraid to try new things. And today actually I'm doing this. I'm trying new things. And we didn't have today a guest, like human guest, so we have a different guest. We have a robot guest, and I have asked robot guest a few questions related to fear, and we will discuss this response. There are 5 questions altogether that I have asked, but today we will be able to cover just few, and we will start with the question why people are afraid. So afraid to experiment. We don't say it generally fear about generally fear. We ask why do people afraid to experiment. That's what we need to know. And Robert is here. He's ready to give a reply. Say hello again, and let's hear what Robert has to say.
The main underlying reasons why people fear experimenting. 1. Fear of failure. Experimenting inherently means not knowing what will happen. For many, the possibility of failure triggers shame or self-doubt. They might think, if it doesn't work, it means I'm not good enough. Society often celebrates success stories but hides the trial and error behind them, reinforcing the idea that failure equals incompetence. 2. Fear of judgment. People worry about what others will think if their experiment looks silly, unprofessional, or unsuccessful.
So what people are fear about? They fear that their experiment will fail and they will look unprofessional. They will not look good. So it's mainly about the way people perceive us. This is what fuels our fear mostly.
In environments, workplaces, schools, families that value perfection or certainty, people learn that mistakes are unsafe. They'd rather stay in familiar territory than risk social embarrassment. 3. Need for control. Experimenting means letting go of control.
Need for control. So experimenting means that you are not going to be in control, and we are trying to be in control all our life.
And that's hard for people who rely on predictability to feel safe. Trying something new introduces uncertainty, and uncertainty can feel like chaos, especially for people with perfectionistic tendencies.
People with perfectionistic tendencies.
Unpredictability feels intolerable. 4. Learned behavior from childhood.
We're running a little bit here, but I want to generally, Robert, to reply my question about general fear, but we will delve more into a fear of experiment by creators, because we are creators and we need to know about this fear from very particular angle.
From an early age, people are often punished or criticized for mistakes instead of being encouraged to explore. Don't do it that way. That's wrong. Or you should have known better. Create a lasting fear of trying. Over time, experimentation becomes associated with danger, not.
So that's about the association of the experiment with danger and not with finding and discovering something. And it comes from childhood, it comes from perfectionism, it comes from the culture. So if culture demands from you to be always at the top, most probably you are not going to be intellectually curious person, because to be intellectually curious person, you need to experiment. And many cultures, they are not, the traditional cultures are not supporting this. And many other situations, like at work, sometimes they don't support it. Depends on where you are working, not talking about Google and Facebook, where you are encouraged to experiment, right?
Discovery. 5. Identity attachment. If someone strongly identifies with being competent, smart, or experienced, experimenting threatens that identity.
So how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as someone who must be right or correct, or like show that you are at the top all the time? So if you want to be always show that you are at the top all the time, you won't be able to experiment. You won't be able to try new grounds, because it will be connected to danger of losing your face. So that's very often the problem, why people are afraid to do something new.
Trying something new risks showing they don't know, which conflicts with how they see themselves.
Which conflicts with how they see themselves. It's a conflict of identity. When you are afraid to try new things, it's a conflict of identity.
It's easier to protect the ego by sticking to what's known.
Exactly.
6. Lack of supportive environment. Even the most creative person will hesitate to experiment if their environment punishes failure,
If their environment punishes failure.
like startups or creative studios, if their environment punishes failure instead of rewarding learning. Cultures that celebrate iteration, like startups or creative studios, make experimentation feel natural.
So you see what I said about the culture that support experimentation. They help people to grow and progress without fear.
Rigid or judgmental cultures make it feel dangerous.
So the cultures where we have cultures where we have tradition, a lot of traditional cultures, they have this issue that you have to be right, you have to do everything correct, you have to succeed in everything. And this culture usually they do not develop. So if you look at the world and you see the globe, and look at the countries that are strict with traditions, that are not experimenting a lot. So what they are afraid of things that are happening in developed countries. They afraid of status quo to be challenged. They are afraid of trying something new. They just want to have the tradition remaining as it was created by their fathers. So imagine, yesterday we had a call with Chioma, whose channel is about women in Africa, or dedicated to women in Africa, and giving them a voice. And she was saying that the tradition is so strong in Africa that until now, in 21st century, people are valuing more a male child, like it was in like 500 years ago, when the hunting was important for the survival of the whole community, and the male child was like a savior because he had to hunt. Gathering was not enough. Women were gathering and giving birth. So hunting was survival, and male children were very important. So now, 5 years 500 years after that period, people are still living in this tradition. So that's the issue with this. So, Robert, my next question to you is how the curiosity is reflects in creators. Like, what are they afraid of when it comes to experimenting? So, let's hear Robert. What does he have to say?
Look at creators. The fear of experimenting becomes even more complex because their work is personal. They're not just testing an idea, they're often testing a piece of themselves. Let's go through how each fear shows up in the creator's world.
So imagine they are not going just through some idea which is abstract. They are connecting their creation with their content. So it's like, it's me, it's part of me. If this content fails, if I uploaded this video and it failed, if my channel failed, if my book failed, if whatever failed, as a content creator, people take it like, oh my goodness, I failed and I have no right to live at this earth anymore.
1. Fear of failure equals fear of being irrelevant. Creators often tie their self-worth to how their work performs.
So fear of being irrelevant, this is the fear that Sunday Adigun, our speaker of our first summit for creators, which is available also on this channel, he was talking about the fear of irrelevance.
If an experiment, like a new content style, product, or message, doesn't work, it can feel like they failed, not just the idea. The algorithm amplifies this pressure. One poorly performing post can feel like public proof that they lost it. So instead of testing freely, they repeat what once worked, even when it no longer inspires them. 2. Fear of judgment equals fear of losing credibility. Creators build their audience through trust and consistency.
So fear of losing credibility will destroy someone, because if you are afraid of losing credibility, it means you cannot grow, and the world is growing rapidly. It's always changing all the time, unstoppably. So if you cannot change with it, and you just want to keep your credibility, for example, I am known as a videographer, as a best videographer. I cannot talk about children, for example, yeah, or I am I don't know, I'm drawing and I am artist. I cannot talk about some kind of other issues, yeah. So that's what it's connected. It's connected to being fearing to lose what you have earned with hard work.
Experimentation, by nature, breaks consistency. What if my followers don't like this new direction? What if they think I'm confused or fake? What if
What if they think that I'm confused or fake? What does it matter? Why does it matter what do people think? Those people who will be served by what you are sharing, they will be happy with what you are sharing. Why do you have to think about those who don't care about what you are sharing? You are sharing, you are serving. Those who don't want to be served are excused.
my peers think I've lost focus? The result, they censor themselves creatively to protect their reputation. 3. Need for control equals obsession with predictability. Creators spend months analyzing metrics, trends, and strategies.
So there is an issue of being, focused on statistics, of seeing how the things are going, trying and little bit like not doing the full move, afraid of get into the new thing, because what if people will not understand? What if my audience will not understand? What if it's not going to work? What they will think about me? And this creates an invisible like prison, which doesn't allow you to grow. Intellectually curious people, they are overcoming this, and we will not be able to talk in today's stream about this. It's going to be a short stream because I have a coaching session right after that, and I want to invite Robert. He will be already improved Robert, maybe he will change little bit. So the Robert was created like half hour before this stream. Imagine that Robert, Robert, where are you? We have to see you. So imagine that Robert, half a, like 4 p.m. UK time didn't exist yet. So he was born only just like some time ago. Here is Robert. Robert, behave. I don't see you behaving very well. So say hello again to people. So Robert was born just few 30 minutes before the stream that had to start 4 p.m. UK time. But because of this idea and an experiment, I decided that I have to delay 2 hours. So that's Robert. Robert will keep improving, and he will come up on stage every time I will not have the guest. Robert will talk to me, and that's going to be the solution. Here is here. And let's go and listen to the what he has to share with us.
And that makes unpredictability uncomfortable. They want to know what will work before posting it. But creativity thrives in uncertainty, so the desire for control kills experimentation. When control takes over curiosity, the creative process turns mechanical.
When control takes over curiosity, think about this. When the desire to control takes over curiosity, like conquers curiosity. So you cannot have both, and control and be intellectually curious person. So you cannot imagine you cannot take over the media. You cannot succeed in media if your desire to discover new things will not win over the desire to control things. What do you think about this? Write in comments. I would love to know, and I would love to see what you are writing in the chat. Let me see. There is no one is writing in the chat. Hello guys, I have a chat here. Like, I prepared the chat for you. Look at this. Write something, say hello. Where are you watching from? We have already 122 subscribers. Thank you so much. Let us go and hear the next idea from Robert.
Safe but stagnant. Fourth, learned behavior equals algorithm conditioning. Social media subtly trains creators to avoid risk. Platforms reward consistency and punish deviation. A viral post might come from one format, so the creator repeats it. Trying something new can mean losing engagement, reach, or even followers.
Imagine that even the algorithm in social media, it conditions us to stick with the old things. Why? Because all platforms, they earn when you succeed. When you have viral content, they earn because people stick to their phones, they stick to their monitors, and that's the place where they show advertisement. So this is the place to show advertisement and to earn money. That's why all the algorithms, they promote rigid thinking. Believe it or not, they should be creative, but instead they promote you to be rigid, because if you win in one direction, you will then stick to this direction and you will be afraid to experiment. I decided for myself that I am not going to be afraid to experiment. So that's why I am trying new things every single stream. As a rule, there should be at least one thing that I will try in this stream. And you see that we have chat appeared in which no one is writing. We have 3 people watching. Most probably you are not subscribed, because if you would be subscribed, you would be able to write. But if you are not subscribed yet, it's not allowing you to write anything. So I got you. I have 40% of people who are watching this stream unsubscribed, and I got you. So you need to subscribe, and in 5 minutes you will be able to write something. How we usually work, this is a community. That's not me just entertaining you and you are watching. We have takeaways, we are discussing things, and we are growing together. I am growing, you are growing, and what we are learning from Robert today, I am learning as well. As you can imagine, Robert is teaching us both.
Over time, the creator's instinct becomes, If it's not guaranteed to perform, don't try it. This fear becomes algorithmic conditioning.
If it's not guaranteed that you will perform, then don't try it. But nothing is guaranteed. So that's a catch.
Not just emotional. 5. Identity attachment equals fear of evolution.
Do you remember we spoke about the identity attachment?
Creators often build a public identity around a niche or style. I'm the motivational quotes person. I'm the camera tutorial guy. Experimenting with new topics or aesthetics can feel like betraying that identity. Yet real growth often requires reinvention, which means breaking the very identity that brought success.
Imagine that you are breaking the very identity that brought success to you. It's ridiculous, but that's what works. If you want to be intellectually curious person and take over media, you have to be a pioneer in what you are doing. People have to repeat what you are doing, repeat after you, not you are repeating after other people.
6. Lack of supportive environment equals creative isolation. Many creators work alone. Without a safe space to brainstorm, test, and fail privately, experimentation feels like exposure. In teams, experimentation can be collaborative and fun.
So imagine that if you are alone, it's more difficult for you to experiment and to be intellectually curious, because if we are together, let's take for instance this stream that I have shown you. This was our first summit. This summit didn't go well because the quality of the summit was supposed to be as the quality of this particular stream, so that we have a good video quality. But what we have instead is this. What is that? Like, what is this? This is just a screen, streaming the screen from Google Meet. Is not a good quality. What happened? We have we prepared for 1 month, and then suddenly, just before I have to hit the play button, my microphone turned off, and in panic I could not find where the settings went off. So because we couldn't use the microphone, I couldn't use the PC for streaming, so we just streamed the Google Meet. This was our experience. But going back to this idea that in team it's more fun to experiment, because we were a lot, we decided we are not going to give up. Let us just go and have fun. We were late for this summit 2 hours, but still we did our job, and everyone that you can see now on the screen was very happy of having this experience. Although it didn't go the way it was planned, it was still fun, it was still experiment, it was still something that we enjoyed. That's why I agree with Robert. Let's see what he has to say.
Alone, it feels risky and personal. Creators need creative communities that normalize experimentation, not just celebrate outcomes.
Imagine, I didn't invent this. Actually, Robert is saying this, and I want to use this opportunity and tell you, look guys, you have to subscribe. You see, we have a goal of 1,000 subscribers. That's not subscribers to my channel, to me, Kate Koronis. That's a subscription to the idea that you are a creator on a mission. You are a subscriber. So, it means that you are a member of community who is growing to accomplish your mission on the earth using the media. So I still don't see comments. I don't know. Are you ignoring me? Guys, I see you online. You are online. Write to me, because I'm going to be very upset.
In short, creators fear experimenting not because they lack ideas, but because their self-image, livelihood, and validation are all tied to how their experiments are received.
So guys, this was the new, what is it called, debut of Robert, and we talked about the intellectual curiosity and the fear. What happens when we have fear? You have learned that what doesn't work. But next time when we will be with Robert on the stream, we will discuss actually two things: the root of this fear how you can personally find the root and how to get rid of this root so that you can maximize your influence on social media. So that's all for today. Thank you for joining, and thank you for not writing even one comment. If you are watching this in recording, please do go to the comment section and write what are your takeaways, and I'm going to see you on Monday. On Monday we are talking about how to get the golden button. So that's a golden button project. Golden button is 1 million subscribers